I'm not signed, but that doesn't mean that I'm desperate. Let's really talk about this because I feel like this comes with chasing the dream in general. It seems like family thinks like this, friends think like this, especially people that's not pushing a brand or people that's not really in a creative atmosphere. They feel like you're desperate because you're not signed, because they see no value to it. You know what I mean? And that's not necessarily true. There's a lot of value that comes with this. And then you have the starving artist stereotype. But I mean, I wouldn't want to call it like, because we're all starving because we want people to hear it. But what I mean by stereotype is that, you always, like, especially on these TV shows, you see people like, it's like music is kind of like a drug. You know what I mean? Like when people are addicted to drugs, they're freaking stealing money from family, just doing things on the spur of the moment. And people assume that because you're an artist independently and you're chasing a dream that you are doing all of those reckless things. They look at it the same way because they see no end to it. So it's the same thing. And hey, newsflash, I'm not desperate. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not rich, but I'm not poor. And I still live a normal life, just like an everyday person. I would say like that I'm about middle class. You know what I mean? So come on now. Really, what's inspiring this topic is because if you check out my last video, I was talking about like celebs in the DMs or just people that have a greater following. It's a lot of sketchy stuff going on. And they're trying to eat off of us artists, us creatives, because truly we are the culture. It's a lot of people that are in high places that eat off of our ideas and never give us credit for it. So come on now. Like, that's what inspired this. That's why I'm talking about this. And I just really feel like I need to cover this topic. Like, it has to be talked about. Labels are seen as gatekeepers. People feel like you're undervalued because you're not signed to a label, because it seems like labels have the most power, and they feel like you're unsuccessful if you're just building your own brand because you don't have this huge big platform that's pushing you, because labels seem to be the ones that have built long-term relationships with radio stations, and big companies like Apple Music or even Spotify and stuff like that. So that's another reason why DistroKid was so big for a lot of people, being for independent artists, because they built a relationship with Spotify. People didn't know something that would help independent artists be pushed as strong as DistroKid is with Spotify. So it seems like being with a label, you make money, you get deals. But the truth is that a lot of these artists out here are starving. They're not able to do the music that they want. The music that they really want is not being pushed. They're stuck in these 360 deals, or they're just not making any money. It seems like they have to compete for attention. Me being an independent artist, me competing for attention is kind of different. I'm just trying to build my own platform, my own brand. It's not there's a certain amount of money in the pot and I have to fight in order to use that money in the pot because it would rather be used for this person, because this person might get more, they might receive more great feedback than what it is I'm trying to do. I hope that makes sense. So, if I'm being honest, I have about 18 monthly listeners on Spotify, and it seems like you have to pay to reach like a large audience. They do have different playlists and stuff, and people like they have created something called a paywall where a business is literally like just trying to get you to pay them for like a certain amount of streams or a certain amount of followers or plays in a playlist. And it's just gotten so bad. It's gotten so bad to the point that Spotify put out they addressed it and basically said that fake streams are okay, but it can only be a certain amount of fake streams that you can have. Like, it's so crazy. And what I can say is that I have not done any of that, but especially that's like what a lot of these labels are doing. And just a lot of artists, like, it's not uncommon, it's not unheard of for, whatever amount of streams are real, they match that with fake followers or more than that. It's just crazy. Like, it's just crazy. I have not participated in that. I can honestly say that my streams and stuff is real. Have I thought about it? Yes, I have, but then I think like it would hurt me to know that everything that I do is fake. I would like to genuinely have like real stream, real supporters. I don't want nothing fake. You know what I mean? And I think that like I'm kind of at a point where I'm not even like I don't even care too much to be famous. You know what I mean? Like I have already met that like version of myself that eagerly like felt like they needed that to be successful, or they needed that to prove a point to people. They needed that certain validation. I have I have left that version of me and put her in the trash. Like, girl, chill. Now, I just want to make really good feeling music, and I genuinely want real support. So, if I ever make it to a certain level, it's genuine and it's real and it's not fake, because my soul and my spirit, like, we would not be able to like just do it, because I cannot sell myself that short. So definitely people make it seem like you're begging or you're doing too much, because when you are on social media, or when, like me, I'm always promote. If I'm not handing out cards, then when I'm on like social media, like I'm posting, hey, just put out this new video, hey, just release this music video, hey, just release this new song. That's usually like what I'm always talking about. I'm never really like, sometimes I talk about other things, but for the most part, that's what I'm talking about when I'm on social media. When I'm on Twitter, like I'm just constantly pushing myself. And for some people that can get, maybe quite annoying, and they don't really care what I have to say or because they feel like, damn, every time when she's posting and she's doing this and that, she's always talking about her music, this and that. But that is what matters to me. So that's what I'm doing. I'm self-promoting in that way. So desperation versus determination. Like, just because you see that I'm using like a certain budget with certain things that I do does not mean that I'm desperate. Hungry, am I hungry for the music and stuff? Of course. That's why I'm still putting music out there and I'm still pushing myself, but I'm not desperate for anything. That's mainly what I'm trying to show. Hopefully that can be an inspiration to people that want to start doing music or just anything in business, or if they're trying to build a brand. Nobody is desperate for your validation. It's always going to be a bad comment. It's always going to be a positive comment. It's all like but guess what? I get more positive feedback than I do get negative feedback. When I get that negative feedback, it feeds me to create it into something positive. You know what I mean? Look, I done posted over 100 videos on YouTube, and guess what? I only have one thumbs down out of all of my videos. Like, my YouTube is it. Like, I feel like I'm pressured. Like, my only one thumbs down out of all of the videos that I done posted. Oh my gosh! Like, that one thumbs down is not going to make me feel any less thrilled about releasing a new song. It's not. It's just so much, that goes into this. Me losing a few subscribers, this isn't for you. You don't want to support me. You don't want to listen to the music. You don't want to see the music that's coming out. That's cool. Toodles. Adios. You know what I mean? Like, good. Like, keep it pushing, because guess what? I just gained 5 more subscribers from that 1 or 2 subscribers that left. Like, there's always going to be ups and downs, trials and tribulations, and I'm not going to be desperate to hold on to everyone, or just to hold on to that one little sub or that like or whatever. Like, I don't care, and if you have been caring, you shouldn't care, because that does not define, what you're creating. And I'm thinking about my future fan base. Like, if I just give up on that one dislike and stuff, what about all the people that's going to be like, wow, I'm so glad that she made all of these videos and that she's talking to us about this and that. Because that never would have driven me to change, or that never would have driven me to boost myself up, and to do what I need to do to release content or music or whatever it is that you're trying to do. The cost of validation. People spend millions of dollars, millions, just to get that one song out or whatever, and it's not even hot. You know what I mean? You can push that song out to a whole bunch of people, and they don't care. You know what I mean? Like, what you're doing is wasting your money. What you're doing is not going to guarantee you success. It's not. That's why you really have to be smart with what you budget, because you want to find your audience. Because, like, your music or whatever, your art, your business, it can be pushed out to a lot of people, and it might not even, those people that it's pushed out to, that it might not even be for them. That's why it's best for us to just take our time. You will just waste your money and waste your money trying to prove a point when really, like, all it is was just a waste of money. I've wasted so much money trying to prove points to people, and where did it get me? Nowhere. So I can tell you that it has gotten me absolutely nowhere. It's steps, it's a process to everything. There is no get rich quick scheme. There is no, like, you know what I mean? Like, forget this I have to fit in mentality with the majority, or this is the way to make it. People, they prey on that. They prey on that mindset. They prey on that starvation. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. Don't fall victim. Do not fall victim. It is 2025. You do not need a middleman just to walk in your purpose. You do not need a middleman to walk into your purpose. It's good to collaborate with people, but you don't need anybody to lift you up, or what you think will lift you up. You don't need nobody to do that for you. You are the brains behind whatever it is you're trying to achieve, and it's you that truly holds the power to what your purpose is. You don't need them. You have all the tools that you need. Even if it seems like you have nothing, you have the ambition, you have the passion. Okay? That is the principle. Trust me. Take it from someone who has made the mistake of listening to people. So ways, please leave a comment down below. You have all the tools. We have social media. It don't take that much money to start. It doesn't. You have everything you need. Rec platforms like that connect you with a fan base to help you grow, to help you elevate, that you can make money from. It's just too many options now. It's too many ways to make money. It's too many ways to reach people. There is no reason to feel like you need someone else. You just have to stay strong and stay focused